everyone. Welcome to Reading Time with the Queens. Take a stand, make a scene, it's reading time with the Queens. I know you've been hoping for reading time with the Queens. The library's open for reading time with the Queens. There's lots to know about the world today, so open a book, let's make our way. There's crafts to be making at Reading Time with the Queens. There's songs to be singing at Reading Time with the Queens. Today we'll learn that we each are a star. We'll spread kindness wherever we are. It's so much fun, but it's not a dream. It's Reading Time with the Queens. Everyone, welcome to the stage, Sir Zay and Sir Aaron! Woo!
Hello! Welcome to Reading Time with the Queens. This is Dungeons and Drag Queens. I forget someone's deaf here. You're right. Should I try again? I'm just failing all day. Okay. Welcome, everyone. This is Reading Time with the Queens, and the theme is Dungeons and Drag Queens. I am introducing you first. Does that make... I am Sir Zay, the natural 20. And I am Sir Aaron, the natural 1. And this is part of Dungeons and Dragons, which is kind of what we're themed on today. That's what the game was thinking of. Yep, exactly. It is an imaginary, it's a game using your imagination that you can play with your family and your friends, and you actually have dice, which is what we are here. You might want to show the dice closer. Ooh, sparkle, sparkle, clack, clack. Speaking of, oh well, I'm just failing all day. It's okay. And we had our wonderful bard, it's Lady Callie. Lady Callie, the traveling bard here to introduce us. So thank you so much, Lady Callie.
I'm actually a paladin knight, but I have, proficiency in loot.
Ooh!
Yeah.
That's both the instrument and the treasure, right?
Yep, soon after this, after we go on our adventure. Ooh!
Yes, an adventure. All right, okay. So, we are going to get started first with, of course, signs, and then we're going to move on from there and go on an adventure together, okay? All right, so the signs I've chosen for this day. Hold on. Oh, yes. A big theme of this day is teamwork. So teamwork. Okay, so you're gonna have your thumbs, the T, that letter, team, work. All right? You're gonna do that one more time. So you're gonna take your index finger, thumbs right there, team, work. Or teamwork. Oh, that's simple. I like that one. Let's use just teamwork because we're working together. Teamwork. Oh, teamwork in a circle. Teamwork. There we go. Okay. So teamwork. Then we've got what's in Dungeons and Dragons without dragons? Exactly. What is it? Dungeons and Dragons without dragons. So dragons. You can also do dragon with 2 hands. But 1 hand, 2 hands, just depends on the area of effect you want. Because they breathe fire. And, well, they breathe a lot of things, but mainly fire. Fire. Yeah. Cool, okay. And then, one iconic creature in D&D is skeletons. Okay, all right. So you're going to take your 2 fingers, crook them, skeletons. Just like the ribs. Yeah, the ribs, skeletons. There we go. All right. So we have, let's review. Oh, you've got one more sign. Okay. All right. What's in? King, of course. Of course, there's a king. Okay, so K, from your shoulder down to your hip. King. There you go. All right. So, yes, now we'll review. Thank you so much for keeping me on track. So, teamwork. Dragon. You've hung around me too much, you're forgetting things. Yes, exactly. Dragons. Skeletons. And then king. There we go. Okay. Speaking of kings, we have Sir Lance. Exactly, we have Sir Lance with us today. He's going to read one of our favorite books. So we're going to bring him on, and I'm going to shoo you away. You're just going to roll with it? Okay. All right.
Hi, everybody. Let me go ahead and get Oh, goodness. Okay, hold on. We've got all sorts of stuff.
Can I just, do you? I'm a little afraid.
It's okay if just that part is safe.
Okay.
Don't touch down here. That's sharp.
I'm just gonna move this over here.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm a little worried with my failure status of sharp objects. That's gonna. Yes. Okay. Well, welcome.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. So I am Sir Lance. I'm happy to be here today. We're using Sir and Lady today.
Lady, absolutely.
You're rubbing off on me. You're rubbing off on everybody.
I know.
It might be kind of different. It's kind of hard to remember to say Sir and Lady.
It really is.
It's really different. But it's important to use the names that people prefer.
Exactly, or the titles.
Exactly, yes. Especially, it might be hard to remember because Lance is kind of a weird name. Not a lot of people use the name Lance, but there was a time in history when people used the name Lance a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Very much so.
You think you're the only ones that can make puns here? I'm coming for you. All right.
Oh.
Let's read, shall we?
Oh, wow.
All right, today, this is the book called Julia's House for Lost Creatures by Ben Hatke. All right.
Do you want to take the dust cover off, or you want to keep it on?
Should we? Oh, you know what? I didn't look what's underneath. Oh, the dust covers. If you think we should.
Sure, it's going to be easier.
Okay.
Look at it. Ooh.
This is special. Now we have to be super careful. All right. Okay, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to scoot just a smidge closer
for it,
so we can see here, because there's a lot of really good pictures in this one. This one's got a lot of pretty pictures, so I want to make sure we can see those.
If you want to get right up there.
Should we just get
go for
super?
It. Go for
Hello,
it.
everybody.
Yep, there we go.
There we go. Yeah.
This is intimate reading time.
Okay. Yes. All right. Julia's house came to town. There she is. This is Julia. She's running all the way down, dropping her mailbox down with a big chunk, and settled by the sea. There she is. Look, she's hanging out there.
C.
Yes.
The letter C. Well, it's actually C.
That evening, there was a warm fire and toast and tea. All the house was quiet. Too quiet. So Julia ran to her workshop. She got out her tools and her paints and went to work. There she is. She's working hard. She made a sign. Let's find out what that sign says. She hung the sign up outside her front door, and it said, Julia's House for Lost Creatures. And then she waited. She didn't have to wait for long. Screech, screech, screech.
What's making that noise?
I don't know. Let's find out. The sign worked! Patched Up Kitty came to stay, and it was nice to have a friend. even if he wasn't like other kitties. Look at this silly kitty. He is climbing up the wall. Crazy kitty. Before long, there was another knock at the door. It went boom, boom, boom.
Not a kitty.
I don't think this one's a kitty. It was a very sad troll. The city had torn down his bridge, and he asked if he could please stay, just until he could get back on his feet. Julia had just settled the troll into her best chair when there was another knock. There were also scrapes, scratches, whines, bangs, barks, and bellows. Look, she's running to the door because it's so loud. We gotta know what's on the other side. Oh my goodness, look at all of that. Look at all of those creatures that are there. There's so many. We've got, looks like there's a mermaid there. What looks like another troll. And what was the sign for dragon again?
Dragon.
Dragon.
Yay!
And look, there's this guy over here. I'm not even sure what he is. He's something crazy. Soon, Julia's house was filling up with lost and homeless creatures of every description. They asked for towels and soap and tea and toast. Poor Julia's running around there. She's really got her hands full with all of these creatures. They had ideas of their own. They spilled things and didn't clean up. How rude. That's not very nice.
Sounds like something I would do.
Yeah. And then the troll found Julia's old record player. Yes, look, they're hanging out with a mermaid, and it looks like they're messing with that record player there.
That was something before streaming music, right?
Yes, that
Okay.
was a long, long time ago.
Oh, okay.
In days of yore, we had record players. Stop! Shouted Julia. Everybody, stop! The creatures stopped what they were doing and stood shuffling their guilty feet. Julia ran to her workshop and closed the door. She stayed in there for a long time. I hope she's okay. When she finally came out, Julia had a new sign. Now everyone had a job. Looks like she made a chore chart. Julia's house chore chart.
There you go. Get them organized.
What a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, good. The dragon made toast. Dragon, yeah. And the mermaid washed the dishes. The Folletti tended the fire. The goblins mopped up. The ghost was in charge of dusting. And the troll picked out the music. He got to use the record player.
Yay!
There's the ghost, he's dusting, and these little guys getting wood for the fire. At last, there was a warm fire and tea and toast for everyone. And the house was quiet again. Except... whoosh! Drip, drip, drip. Creak! There's Julia and patched up cat trying to sleep, but the house is making all sorts of noises. So Julia got out of bed and made one more sign. She put it up outside the door, and then she waited. She's playing checkers with the ghost. Tap, 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 tap. She didn't have to wait for long. Look, see, here's this other sign she made. Help wanted, repairs, odd jobs, and plumbing. And This guy, this creature here's got all sorts of other little creatures to come to help with the plumbing. And the end. Look here now. Now there's the dragon and Julia and the cat. And they all get to sit in front of the nice warm fire together.
Wait, I'm confused.
What?
What happened to the house? Is it still leaking and creaking and stuff?
I don't think so. I think that's what this guy came to help. He's the repairman.
Well, but we don't know. Maybe he just shows up for tea and then leaves.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll have to use our imaginations.
It's like it's part of the theme. I love that. Definitely more books about Julia and her house. We want
Yes.
definitely.
For
Yes.
sure.
Cool. Thank you so much for reading that.
Of course. Thank you.
What did you like about that book?
I think the patched up kitty was my favorite part.
Yes, yeah, that was great. I love the fact that Julia opened up her home to anyone that needed it, and then had everyone work together that was there, so
Yes.
everyone was able to enjoy their time.
Yes,
That
that's
was really
very important to work together with everybody in your home.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Lance.
course.
Sir Lance.
Sir, yes.
Sir Lance. I apologize, Sir Lance. Very well. All right.
All right. Okay,
Well,
well,
here
I'm
is-
going to go ahead and we're going to go
You're
head
just
off on some more adventures.
You're gonna
It's okay. I trust you.
Like somebody
safe.
does.
All right. Okay. Well, I had a great time reading to everybody today. Thank you for letting me join you.
Absolutely. We'll see you again, Sir Lance.
All right.
Travel well.
I will.
We are going to have our paladin with proficiencies in lute and lute come join us again and sing us a little song. So, hail and well met, Lady Cat.
Hi. How are you?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm good. I did hear that story. It was a well-told story.
Yes.
Something that a normal bard would be proud of. But I don't have that high of a level of charisma, so we're just gonna play this kind of campfire tune. I thought that was a good book as well. I did enjoy the part about teamwork, and I liked how everyone was taking care of each other in the end. Mm-hmm. I do think it was implied that the repairman was there to repair things.
Okay.
I just putting that out there.
Okay.
But I have a song about working together and all that.
All right. Sing away.
Are you ready for it?
No, but do it anyway.
Okay. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. Tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. Count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends
least up to 20.
Yeah, at least up to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I rolled and that was at least like an 18.
That
right?
was wonderful. That was great. 18 plus 3 bonus.
Oh, yes!
Absolutely.
Yes, there we
Yeah.
go.
21. Perfect.
Thank you,
Amazing.
thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, I think we should probably be moving on, though.
Yes,
I
absolutely. We
can't take
have a traveling. I can't think of an equivalent at the moment. Traveling tinker. There we go.
Yes,
we have
a
traveling
tinkerer. Yeah.
Tinkerer. Miss Barb or Lady Barb. excuse
Lady
me.
Barb.
Lady Barb. This title thing is difficult for me today. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Lady
Okay.
Barb is going to show us a craft today.
Oh,
Hello, Lady Barb.
hello, Sir Lance.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Uh-oh.
we're a little clunky today.
Uh-oh, are you having
Let me-
sword troubles again?
You know, I need a sword on my adventures, but I'm
But-
beginning to think maybe today wasn't the day to bring it.
No, today, because we may be having to fight off this fire-breathing dragon.
Oh no! Okay. Yes. Today we're making dragon?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes, it's a pretty simple craft today, and we had the craft kits out, but they're also online. The instructions and the supply list are online on the Reading Time website
Yes, they are.
in the craft corner section. So yes, this is our little fire-breathing dragon we're going to be making, and to do so, we just need our handy-dandy toilet paper tube. There's just a piece of just colored paper. It's like just like typing paper. And you want to just be able to measure it the same size as your tube. So there'll just be some cutting
Do I get one?
in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just patience.
I'm excited. I want to make a
I
dragon.
know, but we're going to show everybody what we need. We're getting glue. We're going to need liquid glue as well as glue stick. And then pom-poms. We've got these bigger ones, those, and then teeny tiny. These are for the eyes and the nose. And of course scissors. And this is just tissue paper. I did red, yellow, and orange cut into strips. That will be our fire. Okay, Sir, well, this is gonna be tough. All right, Sir Lance,
Yes.
here you go. Here
Okay.
is your supplies.
All right. So the first thing we're doing is we're
We
gluing
want
this.
to glue the cover paper onto the roll. And I found that using the glue stick was a lot cleaner than doing. So yeah, actually just glue the
Just put it just
on the-
right on there like that.
just kind of, you could just go crazy and
Just
put
make
it
it
on.
okay. It's okay if it's a little messy.
Oh yeah, and you want to
Okay.
kind of go all the way around a little
All the
bit,
way around it. Okay.
but try not to get your fingers in it.
Okay. We'll make sure that we can.
Yeah,
Do we
that's-
need to do the whole roll or just
I
a
did-
little
I-
chunk?
Well, whatever you feel like. I kind of did the whole roll, but this is fine too because you'll just have.
We gotta make sure we got a good space to start our glue.
Right.
Okay.
So grab your paper, and here
Just
get it right tucked up into this
right up
end.
against it, just like that, and then make sure it's good and glued on there. And then we just roll it back around like
Back
this.
around, exactly. And then when you get to the end, you want to set it maybe down on the table, and then you want to put some glue on your paper flap right in
Okay.
there.
Make sure that's good and sticky. Okay.
I meant to put our, so we didn't glue the table.
Oh yeah, make sure that you're. We're not having another glue on the table issue. We're not doing that again today. Miss Lady
poor-
Barb is here to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Poor Miss Callie back in those days,
No.
she will never live that down.
No,
as
she
far
will
as I'm
not.
concerned.
So we have we
Alright.
have our little we have paper towels down on the table to protect us from getting glue on the table today.
Okay, so ta-da. I'm gonna just set this one aside so it can dry a little
I'm
bit.
gonna make sure I put the lid back on the glue so it doesn't get ruined.
And through the magic of Craft Corner.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Nice and
This
dry and
one's-
glued.
Dry and finished. Okay.
All right. Next, we're gonna make our flames.
Okay.
Now, with this, this is designed where you can blow into it and the fire will spew.
Fun. Okay.
So the trick to get the fire to move is to put your tissue paper on only the top half of the tube, just the top half. So if you
Okay.
put it down here, when you blow, it
It will
doesn't
look
go
like the fire's moving.
right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've got the 2 of each color, and the way I interpreted the directions is there's no really rhyme or reason.
Okay. We are using our imagination today as the theme. Awesome. Okay.
But I kind of did 1 of each color, and then I went back and did opposites
Okay.
of each color. So it's kind of all mixed up
Okay.
nicely.
And we only just want it just on the top.
Right.
Okay.
So back to our glue
Back to the
stick.
handy dandy glue stick. All right. So.
And actually, Sir Lance, take your glue stick and kind of just get it in there as best you
I
can,
see.
and just
Put
put
the
some
glue
glue on
put
the
the glue on the
card,
inside of
on the cardboard part.
tube. Okay. Just like we did before. Just. Inside. All right. Okay.
All right, and then just grab a
And then we
tissue.
just take the tissue paper
Put it in a little high.
a little high, like where you can kind of see here.
Yep, that should work.
Do we need it further back than that, or should it? Does it matter?
Well, we can actually cut it.
Ah,
so-
okay. So it doesn't super matter how far out it sticks. Okay. So then we're just gonna keep going. Might have to re-glue. Some of the glue might have dried, but if that's okay.
You can also put a bit of glue on the tissue itself if you're not thinking it's getting a good
Okay.
seal. All right, here, let me grab.
Yeah.
You put a little glue on this end, and you can go ahead and stick it just inside. Even mostly at this point, you're going to be kind of sticking it on top of.
So we
of
have
the
to make the
others.
layer now. Okay, well, I wasn't very smart and I just touched the part with the glue on it. That didn't work out very well. There we go.
Let's do
Make sure
the
it's
Let's do the yellow one.
stuck
there.
in there. Okay. Alright, see what we're doing? We're just making a pattern. We're just right on in there.
Oop.
That one might need more glue. Some teamwork here. Ooh, look at that!
Okay, try blowing into it and let's see what
Okay.
it does.
I'm trying to play the kazoo again. Let's try it this way. There we go.
Yeah, they're a little long, so let's
Yeah, they're a little long.
give it a little bit of a haircut.
Okay. Now remember, if you're using scissors, make sure you have an adult around. Make sure you're safe with the sharp things.
All right, try it, see if it's different.
Oh, there we
All right,
go.
The other trick I learned is if you want to hold this for me like this,
Okay.
I learned if the strips are not, let me get my glasses on, are the not as thick, they blow a little better too.
Okay,
So
so
you don't want to, you just want to go down the middle of one of the paper strips. Just to the end, but just don't cut anything off. We're just giving it a thinner little trim.
See? Look at that. Let's
See
see.
if that
Ooh.
works a little better.
That does look better. It works better because you got to keep that on the tissue paper on the top part.
Yep.
Okay.
All
What's
right.
next?
We have eyes and nose.
Okay.
Next, we bring in our pom-poms.
Okay.
So these bigger ones are for the eyes, and these teeny ones are for the little pupils.
Okay.
So let's use our liquid glue here. Get that open for you.
Right.
And just a little teeny dot in the center.
Little.
And hopefully my glue cooperates.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
kind of a lot.
It's about as big as the pig. But we just are gonna go, whoop, oh, this part.
Oh no.
You know, where there's glue, fingers will find it.
All right,
All
let's make sure we get this. I'll do this next one. Make sure we can see it over here. So we've got the big green one.
And you can use whatever color of paper and pom-poms you want to use.
These are just the ones that we sent out to everybody. But if you have your own, you can use whatever you'd like. So we've got the glue on there on the big one, and then we're gonna take this little guy. Kind of hard to see there, and we're gonna put that right on top of the glue spot, just like that. There we go. See, it makes a little
You want
bubble.
to set those aside to dry as well.
Okay.
But ta-da! Here's some dry ones.
There we go. Okay.
All right, so let's get our dragon. Make sure we've got our paper coming out the top half.
Okay.
And you probably want to stick them, I don't know. Well, here, actually, let's do the nose first, because then you know how far back to.
Because we've got these other size. That's
Use
the
it.
nose size.
So just kind of eyeball where the center, the top.
Towards the front, and that's
Yeah.
what we're using the liquid glue for this
Again,
too?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Ooh, okay, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, that's
Should I
good.
have put it on the pom-pom?
Oh no, this
Okay.
works fine.
There we go. There's one part of the nose.
Alrighty.
And the other part of the nose.
Okay, see how
Okay.
we've got those?
Go.
Yeah, just be careful and don't roll it around because it just needs to dry. Now go ahead and place your eyeballs.
Alright, so now we're gonna take these
And
eyeballs that we made
Try to keep them similar in line.
around the same area, just back farther.
Yep.
Okay, so we got some more glue. Careful not to get it on Lady Barb's fingers. Okay. Oh, that's kind of a lot. It's alright. The eyeballs are bigger than the nose, so
But you want to make sure that the little pupil is facing.
facing towards the front so he can see. See, look what we did there. He's a cyclops right now. He's only got one eye, but we're making sure he's facing towards the front. Okay, should we try and
Try the next one.
Okay. Just right next to his other eye. And almost. Oh, wait. There we go. We gotta. Well, maybe I don't know. Hopefully, I used enough glue.
Yeah, it should be good. And if it pops
Okay.
off, guess what?
Well-
Just put some more glue on.
Yeah, or we have a cyclops dragon, which would
That
also be
works
fun.
So that's our fire-breathing dragon. You will need to just set them aside to dry before you get too wild with them.
Yep. His nose is. See, we gotta playing too much with him. His nose is falling off.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So
It's all right. We
so
can.
it's just a matter of setting him down,
Let it
letting
dry.
him go. Yep.
Okay.
So that's that.
Yay, that was
Thanks.
fun.
Thanks for helping
Of
me.
course, I'm happy to help.
I know, that was a really cool craft. Absolutely. I mean, a dragon. You want you have a house full of dragons and a dog that is named after a dragon. There's always room for dragons. Sure. We'll just go with that. All right. Well, so what are we doing? Okay, we're reading another book. Of course you're excited. Yes, I'm excited too. Tell them. It's the same author, which is Ben Hatke. Same author. I'm not sure if we're saying the name correctly, so if anyone knows different, please tell us. And we'll correct ourselves later. but we enjoy this. But the name of the book is Nobody Likes a Goblin. Fair. I'm not sure I like goblins because I don't know anything about goblins, so I don't know if I like them. They're green and they're short. There you go. I feel like that's a simplification, but let's and pointy ears. Let's find out more about this. Okay, do you want me to hold this? Yes, I will hold the book and turn the pages. I have so much to do. This is gonna be great. Nobody likes a goblin. Let's find out why, or if it's wrong. By Ben Hatke. Deep in the dungeon, the bats were sleeping soundly, and Goblin woke up to a new day. All right, there we go. Starting off in a deep, dark dungeon. Got bats over here. We got Goblin just waking up. Not sure if he knows it's sunrise or not, but we'll find out. Let's see what he does. He lit the torches. He fed the rats. He gnawed on an old boot for breakfast and thought about the day ahead. I think I'll go see a skeleton, Goblin said. What? I know, chewing on a boot. Well, that's interesting, but you know, if you're in a dungeon, there are things you have to do. You have to light the torches, feed the rats, chew on a boot, sure, why not? And then go see your friend Skeleton. Sounds like a good day. All right. Nope, no. There we go. I got it. We're good. Skeleton lived in the treasure room, and he was Goblin's very best friend. They counted bats. They played roll the dice. And Skeleton told Goblin stories from the days when he was a mighty warrior. He even let Goblin try on his old crown. Very nice of him. Goblin says, "Look at me! I'm the Goblin King." King. There we go. And then came the sound of boots on stone. What do you think it is, guys? I don't know. But look at this. Look at this treasure room. All the fun things they did together. They counted bats. All the fun things. And now we got a Goblin King. Uh-oh. And boots. Zoom in on the eyes. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Adventurers were storming the dungeon. Uh-oh. They scared the rats. They knocked over the torches. They plundered the pantry. Goblin hid under his bed until they went away. Very smart.
Well, come on.
I would hide in my bed too. Yeah, these are interesting people. Look at these. Adventurers. Lots of them. Just storming the dungeon. They don't care about the rats, the bats, the torches, and the pantry. Pantry. What's a pantry? What's a pantry? Where you keep food in. Oh, well, my parents just call it a shoe closet. Apparently, if Goblin's eating boots, there you go. All right. The adventurers took everything. They took the gold, they took the maps and the books, the gems and the scrolls, and they took Skeleton. So Goblin put on his crown and walked out into the wide world looking for his friend. That is some courage right there. Look at that. Empty, absolutely empty. And Goblin decides, nope, I'm gonna put on my crown. He's probably got a bootlace or something to snack on and took off. There you go. What happens next? Goblin had one neighbor. A hill troll, another troll, that lived in a cave nearby. Said, hey, I'm looking for my friend Skeleton. Goblin told him. I saw your friend, said the troll. He was with the adventurers who took my honk honk away over the mountains. I'll get your Hong Kong back, said Goblin. Be careful, said Troll. Nobody likes a goblin. I'll be okay, said Goblin. And he walked up into the hills. I don't know. I wonder if this is the same troll that was in Julia's house. Or maybe a relative. But look at that. Nice little conversation. And figured out that not only did they take treasure. Yeah, I know. They took the treasure and a honk honk. I suspect I know what a honk honk is, but I don't know. If you guys have a guess, let us know in the comments. Your guess is better than mine. I don't know. It may be a foul guess anyway. Walked up the hills and away over the mountains. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful mountains. We got some little dragons. Got some little dragons right there. Dragons. Can we have a pet? Have him for a pet? Sure. We'll just keep him in the book though. They seem to belong in the book. Alright. So, on the far side of the mountain, Goblin met a farmer. I'm looking for my friend Skeleton, said Goblin. Ah! Screeched the farmer. A filthy goblin! And he chased Goblin down the road. That's rude. Look at that. Minding his own business, saying, hey, I need some help. And the farmer just didn't like it. Rude. Does that mean goblins are dirty? Filthy? Maybe. Or he thinks they're dirty. Traveling all day? Of course you're going to get dirty. Yeah, exactly. Let's see what happens next. The farmer chased Goblin right through an inn full of elves. Ugh, said the innkeeper. A disgusting little goblin. Catch it, cried the elves. And they all tried. Look at that. An inn full of people just wanting some help. They all just don't like him. Chasing him away right away. All right. Let's see what happens next. This is getting really interesting. The farmer, the innkeeper, and the elves chased Goblin to the edge of the haunted swamp. And there, Goblin saw the adventurers pulling a cartload full of spoils. And sitting on top of the treasure was... Skeleton! Shouted Goblin. Get that goblin! Shouted everyone. Goblin grabbed his friend and ran. As you do when you're being chased by a bunch of people just because you're a goblin. Look at that. Best friends running away from a bunch of really mean people that don't understand goblins. There you go. All right. Goblin and Skeleton ran through the haunted swamp until they passed a cave. We'll hide in here, said Goblin. They're looking for us, said Skeleton. They'll find us soon. I know, said Goblin. Troll was right. Nobody likes a goblin. That's sad. Look at that. They managed to run away a little bit, find a nice dark cave. I think is there actually a ghost? Oh, there's a ghost. I think that's probably the ghost that shows up at Julie's house. Oh my gosh. Crazy how this happens. But yeah, Goblin's just in a cave alone with Skeleton. Skeleton said, well, I like a goblin. And the two friends sat together and waited for their doom. But then, excuse me, said a voice from the back of the cave. Goblin turned and saw many eyes staring at him from the darkness. Do you know who else likes goblins? Said the voice. Probably lots of bats. That'd be really cool. There are bats in caves. Look at that. Sharing a moment, just waiting for everyone to catch them. bunch of eyes. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Post in the comments. More goblins! Oh my gosh. We saw your crown, said the other goblins. Are you the Goblin King? Goblin thought for a moment. Yes, he said. Yes, I am. We must defend the Goblin King, said the other goblins. Oh my gosh, look! A room full of goblins of all sorts, different shapes, sizes, colors. And they just decided, you know what, we're going to band together and protect the king. That's important. That's really nice. Let's see what happens. Gonna defend the king. And they did. Oh my goodness gracious. We found Hong Kong too. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. They run out of the cave and attack the adventurers and the farmer and the innkeeper and the elves. And look, we found the Hong Kong right there. That's really cool. Is that the end of the story? Is that the end of the story? Maybe. What? Yep, there we go. Haha. The farmer, the innkeeper, and the elves ran for the hills, as you should. And the adventurers, well, they were never heard from again. And so Goblin and Skeleton and their new friends traveled together back through the swamp, up the road. This is my favorite part right here. Garble, garble, just chasing them away. That's cute. But they're all traveling now. Where do you think they're gonna go? Where do goblins go? Back to the cave, maybe? I don't know. They went through the swamp. They went up the road. Over the mountains. Down the hill. Look at that. Beautiful mountains again. Whoops. Mountains. Whoop. Over here. Mountains. The hill. Oh, look. Troll God's Hong Kong back. And home to the dungeon. But look, everyone's there. Everyone's there. The troll's there. The ghost is there. We got, what else we got? We got Hong Kong, we got Maiden, and all the goblins, and Skeleton, of course. There you go. And that is the end of Nobody Likes a Goblin. That was really cool. I like it because sometimes you feel no one likes you, and you forget about the other people that really do like you. Yeah. Because even if you're different, different color skin, different hair color, or if you can't hear, you can't see, oh yeah. There's someone always there that likes you. Right now, you know what sounds really good? Tell me. Another song from our traveling paladin bard. I agree. Lady Callie, are you up for one more song?
Yes. This is about working together. It is also about, you know, everybody is their own person, and the things that, you know, the things that make us unique are the things that help us work together even better, which I think that you will agree reflects the theme of the story that we just read about the goblins being different and working together. So here we go. Together, 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 everyone, together, together. Come on, let's have some fun. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Together, we're there for each other every time. Together, together, come on, let's do this right. We're here and now, it's time for a celebration. We finally figured it out, that all our dreams have no limitations. That's what it's all about. Everyone is special in their own way. Make each other strong. We're not the same. that we are. We're all stars, and we see that we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true. Everybody now, together, 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 everyone, together, together. Come on, let's have some fun. Together, we're there for each other every time. Together, together, come on, let's do this right. We're all here and speaking out of one voice. We're gonna rock the house, yeah, yeah. The party's on, now everybody make some noise. Come and scream and shout. We were right because we stuck together. Champions one and all. We're all in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars, and we see that we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true. We're all in this together. When we reach, we can fly. We know inside we can make it. We're all in this together. Once we see there's a chance that we have, and we take it. Together, 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 everyone. Together, together. Come on, let's have some fun. We're all in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars, and we see that we're all in this together. And it shows when we stand hand in hand, make our dreams come true. Yay! Yeah, we're all in this together. It's a team. It's a team effort. Oh, look. This is
Look, it's your team.
yeah, it's my team. It's my team. It's a good time. It's a wonderful time. Yeah, and that's the music I was playing.
All right, so don't forget our crafts will be available, the close-up available on YouTube later on this week. So if you want to look again, and come look and find us, okay?
Oh yeah.
All right. And we're going to just send you off right now.
Oh,
We're
let's
all
introduce
together.
everyone.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we gotta
Oh,
introduce
all
everyone.
right, all right.
Yeah.
Well, start off with you, Lady Callie.
Yeah, and Lady Callie, hello.
Lady Callie, yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sir Lance, thank you so much for joining us.
We really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, Lady Barb, our traveling tinker today. Thank you so much. And
Yes.
our natural one, that's me, Sir Aaron. And then of course our natural 20, Sir Zay.
Woo!
All right.
Very good.
Thank you so much, everyone. We love you. We will see you next month.
Yeah.
And have a wonderful
When it's Christmas.
when it's Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, and be looking out for a special Hanukkah special too.
Yes, absolutely.
Hanukkah's in like 10 days or something. It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff
That's,
coming up.
that's like 2 weeks in D&D times. It's a 10-day.
Yeah, a 10-day. Yeah.
10-day. There we go. All right. All right.
And
Well,
Thanksgiving's coming up.
yes.
Yes, it is.
Thanksgiving's coming
Have
up.
a good, safe Thanksgiving with your family.
Yes. Thank you. Bye. We love you all.
Bye. Wonderful time.
Goodbye, goodbye.
Rolling a nat 20 with you.